Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is create a mask to kind of create a transition for our image. So what I've got here is I've got 3 pieces of footage, but really they're only 2. So there's this piece, which is the section of kind of like the pre-edit footage. We've then got this piece, which we're going to edit. And currently what it does is it just kind of darkens slightly. What I'll do is I'll remove that so that we're starting from the beginning together. And it's already speed ramped, but you already know how to do that from the previous tutorial. So it just speeds up. So what I want to do is I want to take the piece of footage where I want it to transition from, and I want to move that up. So currently we'll just have that. I then want to take some more footage, so I've just got this, and I want to put that below our footage. So now what we should have is that currently. Okay, I'm just going to make sure that that blending layer is correct. So we've still got a couple of issues with our blending. So I'm going to make sure that's 100%. So currently it should just look like that. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go onto our above layer, so this one here, and we're going to start a mask. So our mask is going to start, and we create a mask by clicking or opening opacity and then clicking on either one of these tools. I use the pen tool because it's the easiest. So I'm then going to go to 25% so that I can see what I'm drawing. I'm going to bring my pen tool around, and what I want to get rid of is any of the background. So in my mask, all I want is the clothing. So there we go, we've got a rough mask now. I'm just going to move this out a little bit. So now what we have currently is the layer behind, as you can see, but obviously that doesn't currently work. We've just got our starting point. So what we need to do is click on the tab on the mask path, and then we need to follow that. So what we do is we go along a little bit, and as we see it's moved, we click on our mask and we move it across. Okay, so what this essentially is doing is animating our scene. So as you can see, we'll just move it across, bringing it down, pulling it around, and you keep going. So if you need to add more points, you can add more points with your pen tool again. And you can access your pen tool by just clicking on any of these lines. So now at this point, I'm going to bring it across a little bit more, and I'm just going to keep the outfit in. Okay, so now what I've got is I have got a rough animation. So if we look at this, it looks like that. By that time, what I want to have done is moved the character out of the transition. And we do that by clicking position, bringing that position to the start, because so by pulling this, it takes it to the start, and then we pull it out so that it'll look like this. Okay, so now what we've got is that, but we want to clean it up a little bit, so we're just going to add a little bit of feather. So now it will look like this. Okay, and maybe what we want to do is add our opacity, and just by that point we want it to have faded out. So adding that all together is now faded out. Okay,